Hey, John Sonmez here, and today I'm recording my video from my Surface Pro 3. I figured I'd give that a try, see if that might actually work better than the iPad mini. It looks like the camera on this thing is a little bit better, so it might actually end up working out better. We'll see how the audio comes out. So another one of these rogue type of videos without my complex equipment and setup, trying to be a little bit more agile here so I might actually even up my production rate because I'm actually enjoying this format a little bit more because it's so easy to do, and I'm making it a little bit less formal. So I thought I'd do a video today as I was thinking about things. Just a thought popped into my mind about sort of sometimes how I'm able to, well, for example, charge the consulting rates that I do, and to a lot of the opportunities that I have. Like, how am I able to get those opportunities? Sometimes, when I talk to people, they're like, "Wow, you just happen to have all of these good things happen to you. I don't think I could ever do that or get that opportunity." Not to brag or anything, but I think there is a cause, right? I think there is a reason why, and I don't think it's because I'm super smart or the best programmer or anything like that. I think it has a lot to do with basically being bold. So I thought this was a good topic to do a video on, to talk about this idea, because I definitely try to be bold in what I do, and that's really a big part of me. And what is being bold, or what do I mean by it, right? Because being bold has a lot of different definitions. Well, what I mean by being bold is asking for a lot, asking for large things, being I don't want to say presumptuous, but being able to ask for and expect good things and big things. So some examples of being bold, right? There would be, okay, you get a job offer, and instead of taking the job offer as it is, you ask for a much higher salary, or you ask for a larger concession. And when you ask for it, you don't ask for it in the kind of way that's like, well, I've got a mortgage, and at my old job I was making none of that. No, making excuses, right? It's I want this. This is what I want, and acting as if you already have it, as if you deserve it, as if it's no big thing, right? Being bold is really having that attitude, because what you'll find in life, or at least what I've found, is that when you have confidence in what you're asking for, when you're being bold and you're asking for large things and you're doing it with confidence, magically other people assume that you have that value, that you're worth it. And value, as you know, is a very relative thing, right? So it's very hard. I mean, I hire a lot of programmers off of Odesk, and I've hired a lot of developers for job positions. I've applied for a lot of jobs. I've seen huge ranges in what a developer makes, as far as an hourly rate, from good developers making $10 to $15 an hour to $200, $300 an hour, right? So the value is not just it's not something that's objective. It's very subjective. It depends on what you are willing to give that value, what you think that value is. So you can't just say, "Oh, because of my skill set, because of my history or experience, I am worth this amount, or I can ask for this amount." It's really up to you. I mean, obviously, it's not totally subjective. You can't just create fake value, but you sort of have to decide that, right? It's the same thing, when I'm talking about real estate investment and I'm investing in real estate. When you look at the price of a house, right? This is a really good one because it's very, very subjective. The value of that house could fluctuate it could be, one person's valuation of it could be 100% more than another. It's very subjective to the person. And so a lot of it comes in presentation, and in your career, in life, a lot of it is just your boldness. How do you ask for things? If you are a freelancer, if you're thinking about going freelancing, you got to have the stones to be able to ask for a high rate and to know that you deserve that rate, and that's what people are willing to pay you. Now, of course, the more that people are willing to pay you that rate, and you've built that rate in the past, the more confident you are in it, and you just say, hey, that is what my rate is. And that's where I'm at today. Today, I bill at my hourly rate, and when I ask for that rate, I don't have any kind of nervousness in my stomach, like, oh, am I asking too much? It's a take it or leave it. This is the rate that I bill at, not a hard-pressed negotiation thing. It's just I have the confidence and the boldness. But I had to have the boldness to ask for that when it wasn't that, when I hadn't had clients and customers at that level. The same thing happens with all these opportunities. I mean, when I look back at different opportunities that I've had, I've come out and I've asked for them. When I was starting doing Pluralsight courses, I said, okay, now what's the next course I can do? I just assumed that I was going to get to do another course and another course, and I just assumed a lot of these things. A lot of times, if you see me interacting or negotiating or trying to work out some kind of a deal or arrangement, I will ask for the moon, and there's a lot of times where I will get the moon, which is surprising. And so, what you really need to do, if you want to be successful, if you want to have these opportunities, is you need to start learning how to ask for the moon. If you're not hearing people say no to you a lot, or even actually, I'll rephrase that. If people aren't laughing in your face because what you're asking is so ridiculous, then you need to make your ask much higher. That's right. People should be actually laughing in your face. It should be so ridiculous what you're asking for that someone says that they just laugh at you. So that's something just to keep in mind when next time that you're asking for a raise, looking for a job, trying to negotiate a job, doing a contract, a freelance contract, whatever it is, not just in your software development, not just in your career, but in life in general. When you ask big. That's going to make a huge difference. And sometimes, you're going to surprise yourself. Try doing this. Try, every time that you get an opportunity to ask for something, even go into McDonald's, and maybe McDonald's is a bad example, or Subway or something like that, and ask for something free, or ask for a discount, or ask for something ridiculous, and see if they do it. Actually, McDonald's would probably be a good one. Say, can I have 50 sweet sauce packets, dipping, barbecue sauce packets or whatever. So, something like that, right? You ask for something big and watch what happens. I mean, sometimes you're going to get shut down, right? That's going to happen. But when you do get shut down, that's a good thing, because it's going to give you a little bit thicker skin. But sometimes it's going to surprise you, and you're going to get what you ask for. And you'll be surprised how often this happens when you make it a habit of being bold. So get out there. Don't be afraid. Be bold. Come across confident. The only way to get this attribute is to practice it. So this week, like I said, pick a couple of instances where you're just going to ask for ridiculous things just for the purpose of getting the practice of doing it. And once you start to see that it works, you're going to have a lot more confidence in it, and you'll start doing it. Well, hopefully you find these videos pretty useful. I definitely enjoy making them, so I appreciate everyone who's subscribed to this channel. If you like these videos, if you'd like to support me, if you'd like to keep this channel going, subscribe, and you'll get an update whenever I release a new video. So thanks, and I will talk to you again next time. Take care.